Hi Taurus, how are you? I have a message for you. We're going to start with an overall energy and we'll jump right into it. I hope you're doing well. Let's see what comes out, what Spirit wants to talk about. Isolation, interesting. Have you been being a bit of a hermit? Isolation, 27, which is a 9, which is nearing the end of a cycle. Sometimes when we near the end of a cycle, we take that time away from others to reflect, to understand where we want to go, what we want to do, who we want to be. Tell me about this isolation. Let's look into it. The 5 of Coins, interesting. And the 9 of Coins on the bottom. I get a little bit that you've not only been purposefully staying away from others, but you feel on the outside of groups that you used to feel really comfortable with. Here you feel on the outside of. Okay, I'm being asked to move on, so let's see what's next. Let's see what's hidden. Let's see what you may not be able to see currently. Our shadows are beautiful. 34, which is a 7. This is actually one of my favorite cards of this deck. Into the Lonely Woods. This is a very lonely reading, Taurus, but I feel like this is the thing. You know what I'm being shown? Spirit is showing me a bow and arrow. So I shoot the long bow. And the thing that is very interesting, it's different than a lot of other sports. The concentration is there, yes, but you have to pull back before you go forward. You have to pull back before you let go. You know, our shadow side, that which we try not to look at often, is never gone. It never goes away. And the more you ignore it, the more it tries to make its way into your everyday life to see the light. But this seems like some kind of integration of your shadow into your being. And that could have been why you started feeling this disconnect between you and between others. What else cannot be seen? Let's look at this. What's hidden? Tell me about this shadow. The King of Pentacles. This absolutely could have something to do with your work, with your career, with that which you are bringing from your creative self into the manifest, into the everyday. You know, these times can be really, really lonely, but at the same time, I'm feeling a sense of a rebirth here, of allowing yourself to move forward into something new. So let's see what can be learned here. What can be learned? This is great. Taurus, this is great. Follow your rhythm. Listen, I don't even think this is going to be that long of a reading because this is super clear. Whatever was happening over here with these people, with this group, you're not only outgrowing that, but you're integrating the shadow into the light. Spirit is asking you to follow your own rhythm. See, there's a number 5. 5 is the challenge. Spirit wants you to follow the beat of your own drum. You know, this is very interesting. It reminds me in some ways, I have a really kind of dry or dark sense of humor. And not everybody finds it funny, but the people that do, those are my people. And it seems like here you're being led. You're being led to that which will understand you. The Devil. Okay, that's interesting. So it seems like the challenge in what you might be bound to is possibly other people's opinions. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man and the Nine of Wands. Spirit needs you to get a new perspective. Spirit is saying, yes, you've been through a shit ton. We know this. This is not surprising whatsoever. But your new perspective needs to be that if you go through that much and people don't accept you, understand you, this is something about your value. If you don't have value where you're at, it's not for you. You need to cut these people out. I've been in a situation similar to this. It was more of a friendship, but what I'll tell you is that person, not only did they not value me, but anytime that I tried to make a joke or some kind of connection, they always assumed nefarious intent. And I am here to tell you that person doesn't deserve you to be around them, to be honest. What I realized later is that person had a lot of wounds, and currently that's not something I want to deal with. So where can you find support? Let's take a look. Where can support be found for Taurus? I don't know why I just gave you that little lecture, but hopefully it's helpful in your everyday life as well. Let's see. I feel like you're just a person that really, really is very accepting, but yet you're not getting that for you. You're not being accepted. Okay, where can support be found? Success, focusing on yourself, the Black Panther, being an individual, using your power to move forward. Spirit is telling you it is your differences that are going to make all the difference. Wisdom. What I'm hearing and feeling is that you need to trust your instincts from the beginning. There's something that told you this position, this group of people, whatever this is, was maybe not for you. Now, it doesn't mean that anything was lost. You learned, and now with this wisdom, you can move forward, and you know what you need, and you know what is important for you. Okay. Let's look at any final advice, any advice from Spirit. This is quite a quick reading because it's just so clear. Music, but it came out in the reverse, so this is interesting. The advice, again, is to follow your own rhythm. Taurus, this is so beautiful as a closing of the reading. You need to follow your own rhythm. You're following somebody else's lead. And I'm just telling you, this person is really making me upset. I don't like the way they are looking at you, the way they're treating you, the way they're kind of like keeping you on the back burner. None of this is okay. Anything else, Spirit? What's the advice? This person's getting me fired up for you. Abundance, which is crazy because look, on the bottom of this deck, again, abundance. This person, this job, this situation is blocking the flow of your abundance. The advice is to move forward and not look back, to close your eyes, to go inward, to focus on the things that truly make you happy. I'm sorry, Taurus, but the advice is to leave this place, this person, this situation in the dust. You have too much to lose and too much to gain by not moving forward. I love y'all so much.